All right, this is SJ Talks in Life coming back at you with another video topic. This is YouTuber by the name Destiny Utah channel on here. Um, she's talking about there's an issue with this on TikTok. There was a black women support train started on TikTok. I've seen a few videos addressed about this. Um, there was a a black woman support train started on TikTok, encouraging black women to follow one another on TikTok. That's what it was. First of all, there was a white woman came on expressing her issues about um, asking why can't all women support one another? Why can't other women support? Well, that was the second video that she did, or was it the first video that she did? With the Caucasian young lady done a couple of videos addressing that, asking why can't other women support black women or whatever the situation was. That deflecting, like a deflection type situation. And then black women were responding to that. I know this young lady here does videos where people are basically coming back and addressing um, other TikTokers that's um, had a problem with this black woman train. First of all, it was a Caucasian young lady that had an issue with it. And then now there's a black man on here disguising himself having an issue with um, black women supporting one another. I think I've seen quite a few videos. She's done some videos I've seen on somebody else's channel where they also did a video about it. I've seen some videos about it too, about people having an issue, seemingly having a problem with black women supporting one another. And this is what my question is: why do people have a problem with black women supporting one another and uplifting one another? Why is there an issue? And this guy sounds like a complete idiot. This guy talking about black women are displaying hatred and he's hurling insults at black women because black women are choosing to uplift and support one another. Um, and I don't understand it. And then when there's an issue, I've seen another video where black, or was it a TikTok, or where they was discussing a TikTok doing stitches or whatever off of, or was it on YouTube? I don't know. This was a while back. Black women were talking about um, the statistically black women have a higher what they call that. I'm just waking up, guys. Give me a break. Uh, give me a chance. Bear with me here. I'm just waking up. Um, infant mortality rate. Just bear with me here. I got to get my mind together. Statistically, black women have higher rates of infant mortality, um, and higher rates of having issues and complications in the hospitals while giving birth. That is a statistical fact. We're not making this up. We can't make it up. It's a statistical fact. It is literally a statistical fact. They've actually done statistics on this. And black women, rightfully so, have been discussing this on social media. Rightfully so. I've talked about it on my channel. Why wouldn't I talk about it? You know what I mean? And when Why is it that every time black women discuss issues that's going on with black women, or we're uplifting one another, or we're encouraging one another, and that's another thing, there's also, um, other words, white women are inserting themselves into our spaces. They're inserting themselves into black women's spaces when black women are either talking about, um, issues that goes on with in amongst black women, discrimination. We're talking about discrimination, or we're talking about, um, issues, because there's hair discrimination. California actually had to pass a law preventing, black women being discriminated, because of her hair in her workplace in the workplace. So when black women discuss that issue, when black women do videos encouraging one another and uplifting one another, anything that in black women's spaces where black women are uplifting one another or talking about our issues, or, um, whatever, you know, um, or what's going on with black women, or whatever situation like that, black men and white women like to insert themselves into our conversations and spaces, and say, try to, um, you know, say, well, especially white women saying, well, what about other women? What about other women? Or they always got something to say. They always got something to say about black women, talking about black women's issues, or black women encouraging one another, or, um, black women being appropriate, black women expressing their feelings about, um, other races of women trying to take our hairstyles, and whatever, and try to claim it as their own, issues like that. They always try to insert themselves into our spaces like that, and say, well, why come y'all can't let us embrace things, and this and that and the other, this and that and the other. It's always an issue. Now this man on here, this fool on here, is trying to say that black women are displaying hatred because they're encouraging one another and uplifting one another, and started this black women follow train on TikTok. And what I'm having a hard time understanding is, why is it that people have an issue with black women displaying some type of unity towards one another, supporting one another, discussing our issues, or whatever situation is that, discussing our hair or whatever. Why do people have issues with that? Why do people have a problem with that? This because we support each other, does that mean we hate other groups? Just because we support one another, does that mean we display hatred towards other groups? Absolutely not. It's just like when black people choose to uplift one another, whatever the situation is, or we have black awards, a black movie, or whatever situation like that, then we get accused of having an issue with other races of people, because you know we're always excluded from, a lot of things, the mainstream awards and things like that. We always excluded from that kind of stuff. So we have our own stuff, and then people have issue with that. So that what I'm saying. So we always get accused of hating other groups of people because we're trying to uplift one another, educate one another, encourage one another, and stuff like that. And this is very, very important for black women to do that, because black women um, black women, we need to encourage each other more. We need to uplift one another more, because when black women are going at each other's throat and pulling each other down and talking about each other and bashing each other, then people don't seem to have a problem with that. when there's YouTube channels on here with black women bashing other, literally, uh, black women on here. I'm not gonna mention because I they know who they are, and I've talked about a couple of them before. Um, there's black women YouTubers on here that have jumped on the black women bashing train, and one video after another, they talking about black women. One video after another, they talking about black women, and they blowing up on YouTube. People love that. These people are getting a lot of clicks and views, and they gaining a lot of subscribers. They love to see black women tear each other down. They love it. They don't seem to have an issue with seeing black women tear each other down. They don't have an issue with us tearing each other down. When black women tear each other down, but then when black women want to uplift one another and encourage one another, all of a sudden there is an issue with it. There is a problem with it. All of a sudden we hate other races of people, or we got an issue with white women or whatever other race. No, we don't. Just because we encourage and uplift one another does not mean, which is something we supposed to do, and create an alliance, which is something that we supposed to do. Because us black women, let's face fact, we up against a lot. We up against a lot. You know, we got a lot of burdens to carry. We got a lot of weight on our shoulders. We up against a lot. So we should be encouraging one another and uplifting one another. And we need to be talking about issues that the issues and everything in the black in relation to black women and the black community and in society as a whole. Okay, so we need to be talking about these issues. We need to be discussing these issues in our spaces. In our spaces. And so people don't need to be inserting themselves in our spaces asking, well, how come y'all can't, other women can't this and that, or as if there's a problem with it. Because when black women are at each other's throats, and when black women are bashing one another and putting each other down and pulling each other down, y'all silent. Y'all don't seem to have a problem with it then. Especially black men. Black men don't seem to have a problem. I don't never see black men come on here and say, y'all need to stop bashing each other and putting each other down. I don't never see black men come on here and all of a sudden have an issue with that. They don't assert themselves in that situation. I don't never see white women coming on here saying, black women, y'all need to be putting each other down. Y'all need to be uplifting one another. I ain't never heard no black woman or white woman say that. So that's what I'm saying. People don't seem to have an issue with black women bashing each other and putting each other down. And these channels on here where these black women have jumped on the black women bashing train and decide to bash black women. Oh, people love them. Oh, they getting I don't know how many hits. They getting I don't know how many clicks and views. They getting all the support in the world. People don't seem to have a problem with it. People get in the comment section or in the comment section and continue the bashing and agree with everything. People don't seem to have a problem with that, but when black women are uplifting one another and supporting each other, trying to form an alliance with each other, people seem to have a problem with it. People seem to have an issue with it. We get accused of hating other races of people or whatever, or other groups of women or something like that. We get accused of hatred. This fool on here is accusing black women of displaying hatred because we're deciding to support one another and uplift one another like we should be doing. So see that it's a no-win situation when it comes to black women. It's always this perpetual no-win situation. Black women can't never win. We can't never win no matter what we do. Everybody always got something to say. Every time black women try to do something or say something or whatever situation like that, somebody always got something to say about it. And we can't win no matter what we do. And we try to do, it doesn't matter what we do. It really, really comes down to it doesn't matter what we do. Somebody always got a problem with it. You know, particularly black men always got a problem with what we doing. And then a lot of white women try to come forth and have a problem with an issue with what we're trying to do. Why are you inserting yourself in things? And so some of these women are coming on here. They're doing stitches, what they call stitches, where they're responding to the other person's video, and they're coming on here and saying, we ain't stopping y'all from having y'all support train, or if y'all want to have a support train, ain't nobody stopping y'all. So this is something we're choosing to do. Butt out, Psh, ain't nobody even talking to you. So TikTok is a free space of everybody come on and do videos or do it, whatever. Why do people always want to insert themselves into our spaces for whatever reason? We talk about the infant mortality rate, or black women having statistically having a higher rate of having complications while giving birth, which is a statistical fact. Other races of women got to come in. Well, white women, have issues too. Come on. That deflection. It's the deflection for me. Always want to deflect. Always want to deflect away from our issues. Okay, we get that, but we're talking about there's a higher percentage of us having the issue. So it needs to be discussed, as if to say what we're having to endure and having to go through is not important. It's that deflection for me. So I just had to address this because I've been seeing a lot of videos on here about this, and I just had to address it. I'm just over that. It's like no matter what we do, we can't win no matter what we do, and it's just ridiculous. We're in this. Black women are in this perpetual no-win situation. We can't win no matter what we do, and we uplift and encourage each other. There's a problem with it, and then people, you know, and then black women and black men. Some black men have something to say about us being at each other's throat or whatever, or some black men hate women so much. They talk about black women no matter what the situation is. Black women can't do nothing right. It's so, and then there's some black women and they're here on YouTube, that hate black women, and they have the same mentality. Black women can't do nothing right. We can't do nothing right, and they can never find anything positive about us. They always got something negative to say about us. So let me know. Hit me up in the comment section. Let me know what your thoughts. If you've seen some of these videos, if you've seen it, if you, how do you feel about that? Black women. Why we got to have a problem with other groups just because we're supporting and uplifting one another? Why can't we support and uplift one another? That's something that black women need to be doing. Doesn't mean we hate other groups. Doesn't mean we hate other races of women. Absolutely not. But if I do a video talking about anything concerning black women, does that mean I hate other groups of women? Does that mean I hate other races of people? No. I'm just talking about our issues that's going on in our community. I'm very passionate about that. I'm very passionate about the black community. I've said it over 100 times on here. I'm very passionate about the black community. I'm in the black community. I'm black. So why wouldn't I discuss the issues on that doesn't mean that I don't care about other people's issues or society's issues as a whole, or whatever situation like that. But no, I'm passionate about our community and what's going on with us, because I'm in the black community. I'm black, so of course I'm gonna discuss these things. It don't mean I have a problem with other races of people or whatever, other races of women, a situation like that. So people just need to stop that. Stop deflecting, and stop having an issue with black women supporting each other, talking about issues, whatever situation there is. Stop having an issue with it. Check yourself before you wreck yourself. Black men and white women, or whoever got a problem with it, okay, stay in your lane. Stay in your lane. You the one got the problem. You the one got the issue. You feel the need to come on TikTok and run off at the mouth about it. You the one got a problem. You the one got the issue. You You think you're better than everybody else, and you think that black women are not important. Just come on out and say it. Okay, so let me know what your thoughts are on that. Black women, definitely, absolutely, black women, come on and sound off and let me know what your thoughts are on this. Black men, you know, be nice. But yeah, I definitely want to hear from the sisters what your thoughts are on this. Uh, yeah, people always want to come in our spaces and got a problem with something. So let me know what your thoughts are on that. Go ahead, hit that subscribe, that like, and that share. Until the next video, be blessed.